The jungle is among the most biodiverse sections of the world, with thousands of trees growing to over 100 feet tall, forming thick forests and canopies, and animals flying and gliding as they maneuver from tree to tree. The jungle is one of the last frontiers for humans, and over the last few years, we've made some incredible discoveries in these remote regions. It's unsettling not knowing what could be hiding behind the dense forests, but this hasn't stopped researchers from studying these areas. Interestingly, in the last few decades, there have been whispers of mysterious creatures living in these regions. A former soldier shared one of their encounters with their grandson, and he shared the story on social media. He said the following: "I remember when I was young, my granddad would tell me stories, and one of the last stories he told me before he passed away comes from when he was stationed in the Amazon rainforest. My granddad worked close to Manu National Park and was working there with a group of soldiers to protect the rainforest. He said that it wasn't uncommon to hear mysterious noises throughout the night, saying that the Amazon is full of diverse wildlife species. However, on one particular occasion, he encountered something that didn't match any other species of wildlife. He was told by locals that there have been stories over generations about a gigantic, dangerous and mysterious creature that lurks in the Amazon. Tribe members would describe to him a large creature that was twice the size of a man, but said that they're rarely seen by humans and inhabit the dense regions of the Amazon. One of the ways he said that they make themselves known is by building these large wooden structures, and my granddad said on various occasions he would find thick branches that had been snapped off. Many of these strange hut-like structures were found as he ventured further into the rainforest, but it was one encounter that made him believe in this creature. It was 7 p.m. at the time of his encounter, and as dusk was fast approaching, he was doing his final sweep of the area. In the distance, he heard branches snapping and noticed a large creature moving through the forest. He described it as standing on its hind legs and having reddish-coloured fur. The only way he could describe the creature was that it was a humanoid, looked to be covered in a dark, moss-coloured fur and blended in perfectly with the jungle surroundings. After talking with one of the local Amazonian shamans, he told my granddad that these creatures have been here long before them and that they try their best to stay out of their way. This was the only time he saw this creature, and although he was open to it being something else, he told me he was always confident in what he saw and was certain that this animal didn't match anything that lived in the Amazon rainforest. One possible explanation he put forward was that the creature was actually a member of an uncontacted tribe, and said they could have been wearing a naturally made camouflage outfit that caused them to take on the appearance of something that didn't look human. He did say, though, that he wasn't the only person who encountered this 7 to 8 foot tall creature, and at the time said that out of all the things he did during his life, this encounter is the one he remembers most vividly. Interestingly, stories like this are not anything new. Back in 1914, a man by the name of Percy Fawcett claimed to have come across a strange tribe that were extremely hairy, lived in villages constructed from primitive materials in the jungles, and used bows and arrows to help them hunt and fight back invaders. They were described as being similar to that of the reports of large, hairy humanoids, only speaking and communicating with each other in primitive grunts, and residing northeast of a well-known tribe known as the Maxubi. Given the fact that many of the uncontacted tribes in the region appear to have origins tens of thousands of years into the past, many claim that perhaps these Maricoxi are a part of the last living tribes of Neanderthals in the modern day. Others believe they could be a hidden village of unknown humanoids, moving whenever they are discovered to denser and more undiscovered regions in the world. Although there's been a few reports from people who have explored the dense regions of the Amazon rainforest, not much else is known about these ape-like people and their hidden tribe within the jungle regions of South America. Though many are still on the lookout, hoping to discover a newly constructed village and provide proof as to their existence. Not only did Percy Fawcett encounter a mysterious tribe, but he also came across a massive snake. What's interesting is before Percy even visited this region, there were rumors about giant snakes living throughout the jungle. Natives of the Amazon reported seeing large serpent-like creatures that were able to reach massive lengths. They were allegedly able to take down entire villages, and the locals said they would try to avoid them at all costs, saying that if one was spotted close to their village, instead of trying to get rid of it, they would just leave the area. Some have suggested that what people are seeing are large anacondas, noting that a fully grown anaconda can grow up to 30 feet in length. Others have said they most likely can grow larger than this. However, Indigenous tribes of the Amazon basin have reported giant snakes reaching over 40 feet in length. Percy Fawcett detailed his encounter with an enormous snake. He said the following: "We were drifting easily along in the slow current, when almost under the bow of the boat there appeared a triangular head. It was a giant anaconda. I sprang for my rifle as the creature began to make its way up the bank. My guides were scared for their life, but I managed to persuade them to turn towards the shore. These giant creatures are known to tip boats, and everyone was worried this was going to be our fate. We stepped ashore and approached the reptile with caution. It was out of action, but shivers ran up and down the body like puffs of wind on a mountain tarn. As far as it was possible to measure, a length of 45 feet lay out of the water, and 17 feet in it, making a total length of 62 feet. Its body was not thick for such a colossal length, no more than 12 inches in diameter, but it had probably been long without food. I tried to take a piece out of the skin, but the creature was still alive." Percy managed to escape and reported the encounter. Locals came forward and backed up his claims, saying that other large snakes had been encountered in the area. Another report said that a local tribeswoman encountered a giant snake while walking in the forest. It said that she encountered the snake while the day was approaching dusk. It's thought these giant snakes are most active during these hours as they are looking for food. It's reported that she could hear some noises coming from behind her, and knowing the region well, she thought it was just the local wildlife and decided to carry on her journey. Shortly after walking on, though, she picked up on the fact that this creature was following her. She decided to walk back and see what it was. It turned out to be a giant snake, measuring over 30 feet in length. The woman quickly ran away and told her local tribe members. Not long after, a search party was put together. However, when they went out to search for it, the snake couldn't be found. It's not known what these tribe members and Percy encountered. Some have put forward the idea that giant snakes do exist in remote parts of the jungles, while skeptics point to the fact that the largest snakes ever found do not come near these sizes, suggesting that what they saw were large snakes, but said that it's likely they overestimated their sizes, saying that in person they likely seemed a lot bigger than they actually were. Another mysterious creature is that of the Seawill, which some explorers have said could be a possible uncontacted tribe. Seawill are considered to be a race of wild humanoids, a species that closely resembles humankind, but with notably significant differences. Thought to be similar to known humanoid species in Indonesia, Seawill lives in the jungles of Java, also in Indonesia, mostly surrounding Meru Betiri National Park. Seawill is derived from the Japanese word, meaning little, so it should come as no surprise that the distinctive differences between the human race and Seawill tribe is size. A physical account of the Seawill tribe describes them as reaching less than a meter in height, travelling unclothed and in groups, with a fair amount of body hair, and hair that reaches to their shoulders. These humanoids often frequent areas surrounding water in order to access seafood such as fish, crab, and shrimp, which we believe composes the main basis of their diet. Fishing often takes place using handcrafted tools such as spears, as well as small bags in order to carry their food and supplies. While us humans appear keen to interact and increase our sightings, the Seawill tribe have been known so far to run from humans or jump in order to flee from us. These humanoids have a reputation for their agility, being able to jump to both impressive lengths and heights when you consider their relative height. What makes these humanoids unique is how advanced they appear to be. The tribe seems to be remarkably close to human life, like ourselves. Seawill live and function as part of a community, and their relatively advanced tools indicate a higher intelligence than other known humanoid tribes. Heri Budi Ermawan, a council member, explored the jungles of Java to aim to find the Seawill. He saw them, but in keeping with expectations, the men ran. Strangely, when Ermawan took some covert photos from a distance, the photos were developed to reveal only background, with the Seawill tribe members being absent from the frame. Anang Ritano ventured with the mysterious tracks team in order to find the Seawill people in 2011, and they saw tracks they had left. Ritano discovered some tracks along the estuary of the Nangalan River, with the length from toe to ankle reaching just 9.2 centimeters and only 2 centimeters in width. Video footage was retrieved in which 3 men can be seen to run into the jungle. The video suggested the Seawill tribe make a phonetic sound likened to a monkey. For now, we remain unable to contact this tribe, though hopefully this can change in the near future. Plenty of animals, humanoids and monsters live on the brink of discovery, and while for now we watch from a distance, reporting encounters and taking photos, perhaps one day we can truly understand the other life that lives amongst us on Earth. Something to remember is that these are just the sightings that we know about, and other soldiers and explorers probably had their own mysterious encounters, but their stories have been lost to time. Wildlife experts have said that it was only back in 1902 that we discovered the mountain gorilla, and these animals are a close match to other large humanoids that have been witnessed. It's discoveries like this that's led amateur researchers to say that we should keep an open mind when it comes to undiscovered species. Another location where these creatures have been encountered is that of Australia. There's a creature in Australia that's been described as a large beast that stands on two legs roughly 7 to 12 feet tall and has the general appearance of that of a large ape-like creature. Sightings of this beast have persisted for eons, since the time of the Aborigines and their ancient mythological folklore. What is all the more startling about this legend is that even to this day, many Australians claim to have encountered this creature, and many others have started their own research groups looking into the logistics and evidence of these mythological beasts. Ancient Aboriginal myths credit the monster as being beasts from the time before man, and that they were the original inhabitants of the Australian continent, but were completely taken out by men who arrived there to settle. Although photographs of this mythical creature are hard to get a hold of, Australians have said that the creature is very much real and point to evidence such as cave paintings that depict a mysterious large humanoid. The jungles are some of the most dense regions on our planet, and every year hundreds of new species are discovered, showing us that we still have a lot to learn about these incredibly vast areas. Amateur researchers who've spent countless hours looking into these strange reports have suggested that scattered across our planet are mysterious humanoids waiting to be discovered, and point to accounts from the Native Americans and other natives that prove that these creatures have been here for thousands of years. As of right now, it's hard to come to a definitive answer for what they are, and this comes down to lack of evidence. However, as each year passes, more and more people are venturing into the wilderness, and perhaps not too far in the distant future, someone will be able to capture clear evidence of these creatures, showing once and for all that there's several other humanoid societies that call this planet home. So, what do you make of these mysterious encounters? Do you think that there's strange humanoids living in the dense regions of our world, or can these sightings be attributed to everyday wildlife? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.